Hello, good morning, and welcome to this energizing morning yoga flow where we are going to work the whole body in a very short amount of time. So let's get started straight away. We will get started in a comfortable seated position on the mat. And just take a moment to roll the shoulders away from the ears and just sit up tall. Notice your posture today. Notice if you're naturally slumping forwards, or notice if you are naturally sitting up tall, and then just close off the eyes. Just take a moment to center yourself and ground yourself for the day ahead. Allow yourself to focus on the breath, just as it naturally is. So we're not changing anything to start with, we're just noticing where the breath wants to explore. Allowing yourself to really feel the hips rooting down towards the mat. And you've got the middle of the back lengthening the upper back, and the back of the neck and the head. And just envision that the energy is rising upwards from the very base of the spine all the way through to the crown of the head and maybe beyond towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, the breath just moves back down the spine and into the mat beneath you. And now, with this awareness of where the breath is moving, start to deepen through the breath. And start to take a few deeper inhales and deeper exhales, inviting more of an energizing breath. But we're still keeping the smoothness and the fluidity. Yoga is the best way to start the day. So really just tap into the strong and powerful breath that's really going to support you throughout this day ahead. And we'll do a few equal breaths together. We'll just keep it really simple, breathing in for 3 and exhale out for 3. We'll do 5 rounds. So slowly exhale all the air out. On your next inhale, start to breathe in for 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. And slowly just take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Just maintaining that breath as we flow, slowly taking the chin down towards the chest and just opening through the back of the neck. It's just breathing some space here. So normally when we sleep, we can find a lot of tightness, maybe into the back of the neck. You might notice the shoulders feel a bit stiff this morning. Maybe the hips are really going to start to get into all of these areas and the side body. And slowly just start to make some half circles. So take the chin all the way over to the right shoulder and then drop it down to the center, all the way over to the left, and then all the way back to center, and then all the way over to the right, all the way back through center, all the way over to the left, all the way back through center, and just doing a few more rounds in your own time. I have a lot of tightness myself in the back of the neck today, so we'll just spend a little bit more time here. But also listening to your body and what your body needs to. It is your yoga practice. I'm just guiding you through a series of poses. And then slowly coming all the way back. Interlace your fingers behind the back of the head. Draw the elbows close towards each other. As the chin tucks towards the chest, just start to round through the spine. So we're getting this really nice stretch now into the upper back. And take a big inhale. Big exhale. Slowly inhale, coming all the way back to seated. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Take a big breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms back behind you. Interlace the fingers. And inhale, start to lift all the way upwards through the chest. You might sway a little bit from side to side, opening through the shoulders if that feels good. And then slowly releasing the arms. Just take a few rolls of the shoulders, rolling backwards. And then start to roll and round the shoulders forwards. So we're taking the shoulders all the way up to the ears and all the way back down. Starting to mobilize this joint. And from here, take the right hand down onto the mat. Inhale, sweep the left arm all the way up and over by the ear. Give a side body stretch. Big breath here. Big exhale out. Inhale, slowly coming back center. Exhale, placing the hand down onto the floor. Inhale, sweep the right arm all the way up to the sky. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale, coming back to center. We'll go for one last round. Right hand places down, left arm reaches up and over. One last breath and just try to lean back into the pose. Maybe the gaze goes up and underneath the shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center, placing the left hand down. Inhale, right arm reaches all the way up. Take a moment just to feel that stretch through the side body, but notice if you're releasing any tension. Inhale, slowly coming back to center. Exhale, walk the fingertips out in front of you. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold and release. And just relaxing the head, the neck. 2 more breaths. Slowly coming all the way back to seated. We'll place the fingertips down onto the mat and we'll roll into an all fours position, hands and knees. Inhale, start to lift all the way upwards through the heart. Exhale, curving and rounding into the spine. A few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, lengthening and lifting upwards through the chest. Big breath here. Exhale, rounding into the spine. Inhale, slowly lifting all the way up. Exhale, curve and round into the spine. And then slowly from here, just tuck the toes under. Start to lift the knees off the mat. And then send the hips up to the sky. First downward facing dog of the day. So walk the feet so they're hip width distance apart. We've got the hands so they're shoulder width distance apart. And you've got the hips lifting up to the sky. Just take a shake or a nod of the head. Maybe bending one leg, straightening out through the other. Finding a little bit of movement. Our first downward facing dog of the day really tells us a lot about our body. It tells us if we've got really tight hamstrings, really tight hips, really tight shoulders, upper back, lower back. Strong through the center. On your next inhale, rise up high into the balls of the feet. Tuck the chin in towards the chest and roll all the way forwards into a strong high plank pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, send the hips all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly rise up high into the balls of the feet. Tuck the chin in towards the chest, roll all the way forwards into a high plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, strong through the upper body. Inhale. And then exhale, send the hips all the way up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, final round, rising up high into the balls of the feet. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Press the floor away, high plank. Big breath in. Big exhale. Big inhale. And exhale, send the hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Start to walk the hands to the back of the mat and coming into a forward fold. Take your feet hips width distance apart. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, hands onto the mat or onto the shins. Exhale, folding forwards. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen, lift through the spine. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold and release. The hamstrings are an area that gets really tight when we sleep. So we're going to just spend a little bit of a moment in this forward fold, and you might just sway from side to side, maybe bending one leg, straightening the other, gazing up underneath one armpit, maybe the other, gazing up to the sky. So we're opening more through the side body. And then slowly placing the hands down to the floor. We'll walk the hands all the way back to our downward facing dog. Take a big breath here. Exhale out. And from here, looking forwards between the hands, we'll step the feet to the front of the mat this time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Gazing up, palms come to touch. Exhale, hands move through heart center. And just take a moment just to settle yourself in this Tadasana, this mountain position. Maybe taking your feet hips width distance apart, all toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Closing off the eyes. Noticing this inner line energy traveling up through the center line of the body, through to the crown of the head. And then setting an intention for your yoga practice today. And maybe it's this intention that's going to take you out into the rest of your day. Something positive. It might be one positive word, you might even find a mantra. Maybe if you're moving out into your working day, trying to stay fully present, allowing yourself to stay mindful even when things get a little bit tricky. Maybe you have a really stressful job. Maybe you have a lovely day off ahead of you. Lucky you if that's you. And then slowly taking the arms either side of the body. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, folding over the legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, planting the hands down, stepping the right foot back, coming into a lunge. Drop the back knee down and tuck the toes under. Make sure the front knee is over the ankle. And inhale, press the chest off front thigh and lift through the heart. Maybe you start to sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Take a big breath. Exhale, planting the hands down onto the mat beneath you. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee off the mat, and step both feet back into a strong high plank. First chaturanga of the day. Feel free to bend the knees down onto the mat. Shift slightly forwards over the wrists, bending into the elbows. The elbows hook in towards you as you lower the chest all the way down. Inhale, lift up for a small cobra. See if you take the fingertips off the mat. Elbows draw back, heart reaches forwards. And then placing the hands underneath the shoulders, send the hips towards the heels. And send the hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Looking forwards between the hands, we'll step the right foot lightly between the hands, drop the back knee down, tuck the toes under. Inhale, peeling the chest all the way up again, knees over the ankle, toes point forwards, heart starts to lift, maybe arms reach up to the sky. Breathe. And then exhale, planting the hands down, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee off the mat, and step the left foot forward to meet the right foot at the front of the mat. Sun Salutation C today. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold over the legs, second side. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, planting the hands, left foot steps back lightly. Coming into our low lunge, drop the back knee, tuck the toes under. Inhale, lift the chest. Reach the arms, opening through the hip flexors. Take a breath here. Exhale, planting the hands down, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, step both feet back, high plank. Exhale, either lowering through your chaturanga, however you wish to get there. Inhale, cobra, or maybe lift the heart. Upward facing dog, send the hips down, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly from here, looking forwards between the hands, the left foot steps forwards. Back knee drops, tuck the toes under. Inhale, reach the arms either onto the thigh, you press the floor away, or reach the arms all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale. And placing the hands down onto the floor, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee off the mat and step the right foot to meet the left foot at the front of the mat. Inhale, create space. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. I'm going to add on. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding over the legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, planting the hands. Step the right foot back, coming into a lunge. Drop the back knee down. Tuck the toes under. And inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, placing the hands down this time. Right hand stays down. And you can stay with the knee tucked or lift the knee off the mat. Inhale, the left arm reaches up to the sky. We're coming into a low lunge twist. Big breath here. Exhale. Placing both hands down onto the mat, step both feet back, high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking forwards between the hands, the right foot steps forwards. Drop the back knee down, tuck the toes under. Inhale, low lunge. Reach through the arms, reach through the chest, lift it. Exhale, placing the hands down, left hand stays down. Inhale, right arm reaches up. You can lift that back knee off and finding that low lunge twist. Twisting from the center line of the body, inhale. Exhale, placing the hands down. Look forwards between the hands, we'll step the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding over the legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, planting the hands down. Left foot steps back. Drop the back knee down. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, lift through the chest. Lift through the arms. Big breath. Exhale, planting the hands down. Left hand stays down. Right arm reaches up. Take a breath in here. And exhale, placing the hands down, stepping both feet back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking forward between the hands. This time we'll step the left foot forwards between the hands. Drop the back knee down, tuck the toes under. Inhale, lift through the chest. Hip flexors just start to feel a little bit more open now. Exhale, placing the hands down. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. Inhale, reach the arm high. Twist. And then placing the hand down onto the mat. Look forwards, step the right foot forwards. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward and stay here in this forward fold. Take your two peace fingers and hook them around your big toes. Inhale, lengthen and lift through the spine. Exhale, fold inwards. We're coming into this deeper variation of our forward fold, and I'm going to find a little bit of a sway from side to side in this pose. That feels really good for me right now in my body, but feel free to do whatever feels good for you. On your next inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, placing the hands down. And walk the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Turn the toes outwards, heels slightly inwards. As you bend into the knees are going to go over the same direction as the ankles. You're going to send the hips down to the mat. We're coming into our Malasana squat. If you need to take your feet slightly wider to get the heels down, please do. And it doesn't matter if the heels need to lift off slightly as well, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Hands move through heart center, lift through the chest. And taking a moment in this stillness, we've flowed quite fluidly through our sun salutation C variations, so just find a moment to pause. One last breath. And placing the hands down onto the floor. And then send the hips up, placing the hands down and come to a kneeling position. And take the toes to touch and send the hips towards the heels. We'll just take a few breaths in child's pose. One last breath. Slowly peeling yourself all the way up to a kneeling position. If you need to pad up your mat, just have a little bit more padding for the knees, please do. Knees are hips width distance apart and the hips are sinking down towards the heels. You're also welcome to sit on a block if you want that little bit of extra height. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Take the left hand to the outside edge of the right knee. Right fingertips back behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One last breath. Inhale, coming back to center. Sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through heart. We'll take the right hand to the outside edge of the left knee. Left fingertips back behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. One last breath. Slowly coming back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. We'll do one last round. Exhale, hands through heart center. Left hand to the outside edge of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen, lift through the spine. Exhale, find that twist. Slowly coming back to center. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Hand comes outside edge of the left knee. Inhale, find that twist. Left arm reaches back. Exhale, bringing everything out from the center line of the body. Twists are really great for digesting. And then slowly come back. We're going to go for a toe stretch now. And this one is particularly great if you are someone that works a lot and you wear high heels all day. Sorry guys out there, you might wear high heels as well. We are going to come into this toe stretch. I'm a culprit for wearing high boots at work, so I'm going to shift forwards. We're going to tuck the toes under and just see if you can sit back towards the heels. Lift through the chest, and if it's too much, you can keep the hands down onto the floor, but if you want to lift a little higher, maybe you lean back and you press the toes down into the mat, especially the outer toes, so the tiniest little baby toe. 3 more breaths. Stay with it. And slowly just releasing onto all fours. Just tap the toes out, give them a little bit of a shake, and come up to a kneeling position. We're going to go for some heart opening poses. Sweep the arms back behind you, hands come onto the hips. Inhale, start to lift up. We're going into camel. Your camel can look really, really small. You might just take a really small heart lift. You might go slightly deeper. We are going to do 3 variations. One last inhale. And then slowly, slowly releasing. Sit back down onto the heels and just take a moment. So I find back back bends and heart opening poses, really energizing. They're perfect to put into a morning yoga flow. And I find that Camel really starts to open through the chest and releases through the shoulders. Let's go for Camel or Strasana pose number 2. Sweep the fingertips back behind you. Inhale, start to lift through the chest. And feel free to stay here in the smallest version of this heart opener. You can tuck the toes under. Maybe see if you take hold of the heels. Lift through the heart. One last breath. And slowly place the hands onto the hips. Inhale, start to rise all the way up. Exhale, sit back down onto the heels. Take a moment. Let's do for our final variation of our camel pose. Sweep the arms back behind you. Hands placed onto the lower back. Tuck the tailbone under, engage into your core. Lift up through the heart. Maybe stay here, or going into your deeper variations of the pose, if you have them. And if it feels good as well, you can start to lift the gaze back behind you and open through the throat. If that starts to restrict your breathing, just take the chin back to the chest. On your next inhale, take the hands onto the hips and lift all the way up. And just come to a high kneeling position. And just take a few rocks from side to side. So take the arms out to the side. And we're just starting to twist through the spine. One last breath. And slowly sitting all the way back down, we'll take the hips onto the mat, swing the legs all the way around, and we'll take a diamond shape. So take the soles of the feet together, knees out wide, hands come onto the ankles or the feet. Inhale, start to lift through the chest. And exhale, start to find a forward fold. Try to keep the spine straight and long here. So we're not rounding, collapsing through the spine. We're trying to stretch out through each vertebrae individually. It's a really nice counter posture for all of our heart opening camel postures that we just went through. And take 2 more breaths. One last breath. And then slowly just peeling yourself all the way up to a seated position. And take the soles of the feet down onto the mat. Send the hips towards the heels. Extend the arms all the way out in front of you. And then slowly, slowly start to roll and round into the spine. And come to seated. I'm going to move my microphone out the way. And just continuing to roll all the way down onto the back. Once you get there, just hug both knees into the chest. And let's take a happy baby pose. So flexing into the feet, take the knees into the outer upper arms. And either taking hold of the backs of the knees or the soles of the feet. Maybe finding stillness or just swaying a little bit from side to side. Hug both knees into the chest. And we'll drop the knees all the way over to the left side of the mat. Maybe send the hips 1 inch to the right as you extend the right arm out, finding a gentle supine twist. Try to imprint down through the right shoulder. And if you need to lift the left shoulder just a little bit, in order to allow the right shoulder to feel slightly heavier. Closing off the eyes. Notice how you are feeling after your yoga practice this morning. Allow the breath to settle. Allow the breath to become soft. One last breath. As you exhale, just draw the knees back into the chest. And take a rock from side to side. Draw the knees all the way over to the right side. Extend the hips slightly an inch to the left. Extend the left arm out. Gentle supine twist. Just keeping it really, really simple today. And if there's any tiredness still lingering, just let this twist be what really allows you to propel forwards, allows you to wring that tiredness out so you can feel energized for the day ahead. And slowly on your next exhale, just releasing the pose and draw both knees into the chest. And just extending through the right leg, extending through the left leg, and turning both palms up towards the sky. Just start to settle into final posture today at Shavasana. And truly just letting go. Letting go of anything that you do not want to take out into the rest of your day, and that might be thoughts, stress, anxiety. Just let that release into the mat. And then as you inhale, just breathe in positivity and lightness, balance, strength, whatever it is that you need. Just invite in that light. And slowly just start to deepen through the breath. And start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. On your next inhale, taking a full body stretch, arms reach all the way up and overhead. Maybe taking a little yawn. Really just waking yourself up for the second time today. And as you exhale, draw the knees into the chest. And take a rock all the way over to one side, resting your arm onto the mat and resting your head on your arm, creating a pillow. slowly start to come up to a comfortable seated position on the mat. And if you can, try and keep your eyes closed. Try and keep that gaze turning inwards. And take your hands through heart center and bow your chin towards your chest in gratitude for the time that you've actually spent on your mat today, for starting your morning off in the best possible way. And I wish you a wonderful, beautiful day ahead, full of many opportunities, possibilities. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Hopefully you feel a little bit more energized and you've woken up a little bit this morning, and we're starting to get into some of the tighter areas of the body, releasing some tension and creating more space. I hope to see you on the mat again next time. Thank you very much. Bye.